really starting to piss me off.
Hello, welcome to our RecapPlus channel with me, Matthew. Today we will watch a recap movie The Package, released in 2012. This is a spoiler content video. So please turn on the subtitle and let's start the story. The film opens at a bowling alley where a group of men are socializing. Suddenly, two imposing figures dressed in black coats enter the establishment and approach Luis. Luis is behind on his debt to Big Doug, and one of the enforcers, Tommy Wicker, is there to collect. When Luis's associates attempt to intervene, they are swiftly overpowered by Tommy. Tommy and his partner then confront Luis, with Tommy menacingly pressing Luis's face against the bowling ball machine. Despite Luis's pleas for leniency, Tommy delivers a warning by using a bowling ball to break Luis's nose, emphasizing that he's going easy on him. The scene shifts to Tommy undergoing a physical examination at a doctor's clinic. As he looks at himself in the mirror, he remarks on his physical condition, ensuring the obligatory shirtless shot. Later, Tommy meets with his boss, Big Doug, to discuss the payments he's collected. Big Doug inquires about Tommy's family, including his wife and brother. It's revealed that Tommy's brother is in trouble with Big Doug, and Tommy is working to settle his debt. Big Doug instructs Tommy to deliver a mysterious package to a crime lord known as the German, promising to clear his brother's debt afterward. Despite Tommy's curiosity about the package contents, Big Doug insists that he's paid not to ask questions. Tommy reluctantly agrees and departs, encountering Luis, who is eavesdropping on their conversation. After Tommy leaves, Big Doug makes a call to inform someone that the package is en route. This someone turns out to be the German himself, who is meeting with another crime lord named Nicholas at a restaurant. Tensions rise as Nicholas confronts the German about intercepted silver, leading to a standoff. Unbeknownst to Nicholas, the German is prepared for an attack and swiftly eliminates the gunman sent by Nicholas. He then proceeds to dispatch Nicholas's men, using impressive tactics to survive unscathed. After eliminating the threat, the German confronts Nicholas and fatally wounds him before calmly cleaning his weapon and departing. Meanwhile, Tommy visits his brother Eddie in prison to inform him about clearing his debt with Big Doug. Eddie expresses concern about Tommy's involvement with Big Doug's affairs, fearing the repercussions if things go wrong. Despite their differences, it's evident that Eddie cares for his brother's well-being. The two of them part ways, and Tommy returns home to find his wife, Darla, walking around in a towel. After an intimate moment together, Darla shares her thoughts about the possibility of a miracle happening and suggests Tommy consider working as a bouncer elsewhere. However, Tommy is hesitant due to the financial constraints and his commitment to paying off his brother Eddie's debt. The following morning, Tommy and his partner, Julio, set out to deliver the mysterious package. Julio's curiosity prompts him to peek inside the package, leading to a sudden attack that results in their vehicle crashing. Tommy narrowly escapes and engages in a gunfight with mercenaries, ultimately evading capture. Meanwhile, the leader of the mercenaries, Devin, faces repercussions from his employer, Anthony, for failing to secure the package. Anthony, portrayed as a menacing figure, emphasizes the importance of retrieving the package and assigns his men to track down Tommy. In parallel, the German deals with a betrayal in his own ranks, extracting information from a wounded intruder about the identity of his assailants. As tensions escalate between rival crime lords, Tommy grapples with his conscience and seeks to extricate himself from the dangerous mission. However, his boss, Big Doug, presents him with limited options, compelling Tommy to reluctantly continue his journey to Vancouver, leaving behind his worried wife, Darla. As the German meticulously prepares a drink for a guest, showcasing his culinary expertise, they discuss the imminent arrival of the package. Meanwhile, Tommy arrives in Vancouver and is promptly identified by a security guard who notifies Carl. Carl, in turn, instructs Devin to intervene, leading to a confrontation between Tommy and Carl. Despite gaining the upper hand in their scuffle, Tommy hesitates to deliver a fatal blow. However, their altercation is interrupted by the arrival of Devin. While engaged in conversation with Tommy, Devin's accomplice, Monique, attempts to incapacitate Tommy with a taser. Subsequently, Tommy finds himself restrained by Monique as Anthony enters the scene. Anthony insists on Tommy's survival to facilitate negotiations with the Germans. Seizing an opportunity, Tommy dispatches Anthony with a decisive headbutt, prompting Devin to reconsider their strategy. Unfortunately for Devin and his team, Tommy manages to break free from his restraints and subdue Devin himself. Despite Monique's feeble attempt at torture, Tommy escapes yet again, only to be subdued and restrained once more. Awakening to find himself bound to a bed in the German's presence, Tommy learns the sinister truth about his connection to the German. He discovers that Big Doug had sold him to the German due to their shared rare blood type, which the German sought for a life-saving transfusion. Exploiting the German's vulnerability, Tommy devises a ruse to deceive the doctor attending to him, claiming his blood poses a lethal risk to the German. Seizing the opportunity, Tommy incapacitates the doctor and fights off his guards. Engaging in a fierce showdown with the German, Tommy ultimately emerges victorious, putting an end to the German's reign of terror. Returning home, Tommy confronts Big Doug, armed and ready for retribution. Despite Big Doug's attempts to justify his actions as a necessary business decision, Tommy remains resolute, holding him accountable for his betrayal. With justice served, Tommy reflects on his harrowing ordeal as he drives away, leaving behind the shadows of his past. Tommy, though understandably enraged, maintains composure. Big Doug extends an offer to either return to their previous arrangement or part ways, with Eddie's debt settled. Tommy, harboring no ill will, wishes Big Doug well and departs. His next stop is to visit his brother Eddie. Overwhelmed with relief upon learning that he is no longer in danger because of Big Doug, Eddie vows to turn his life around upon his release from prison, a sentiment Tommy reciprocates with a nod of understanding. Through the barrier of glass that separates them, the brothers share a symbolic fist bump, signaling their reconciliation. Finally, Tommy decides to sell the car obtained from the German's residence. To his surprise, he discovers a substantial sum of cash stashed in its trunk. Excitedly, he calls Darla to share the news and informs her that he's returning home with a surprise. Before ending the call, he expresses his love for her, breaking his silence on those 3 important words. To watch more video like this, click on the videos on your screen, and don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last I will say stay safe and stay healthy. See you next videos.